was somebody's wiring job.
No, it was somebody else's fucking wiring job. I wired it correctly.
Push it up again.
No, I just
Push the freaking thing up again. That's too much.
Ugh.
Good morning. I guess it's good afternoon, tubers. We got going on here today. Looks like some shenanigans. All right, so got the new, to us, 85. I think this is, we picked this one up a week ago. 85 F250 IDI, but it's been converted to a 90. 7.3 liter, 7.3, 7.3, 1990 engine.
NA.
And it is a bull news, which is kind of cool. It's in pretty good shape. I mean, overall. It came to us with a blown oil cooler. So, Kyle, and no alternator. And the guy was gonna can this truck and put this in a 70s model Ford. But then it'd be a cool swap, but this is too clean of a truck to pull apart. Look at this thing. It's never been used. So he took the alternator off. We bought it without an alternator, not running, hasn't been running for about a year. Oil cooler's blown. But we got a parts engine out back. I'm going to pull the oil cooler off of. Kyle's working on the electrical alternator, a new alternator for.
Just trying not to get electrocuted.
Gotcha. I'm pulling, I'll go show you that. I'm pulling a used oil cooler, but what happened with this oil cooler, it blew the gaskets, we're thinking on the block side or maybe internally, but the oil overpressured the coolant, which is a good thing, and it didn't mix coolant into the oil system. It mixed the oil into the coolant system. Did I say that right? But anyway, so oil from the engine's getting into the radiator, and the overflow box is full of oil. And it's not the other way around, thank goodness, because otherwise we'd have to flush the engine out. But we have a parts 7.3 back here, and I've already broke all the bolts loose on the oil cooler. These oil coolers, we couldn't find a new one, and we've got two of these, so we're just gonna, anyway, we're gonna make it work. We're gonna get this thing to fire today. We're gonna hear it run, if it runs. We bought it not knowing if it runs, so this will be interesting. Kyle, do you think it runs?
I got a good feeling it runs.
You got a good feeling it runs?
Yeah.
We might have bought a shitter, we don't know yet. So it is a manual, which is cool. It's only a 4-speed manual, but I'd take a 4-speed over an automatic any day of the week. So we will see you guys here in a little bit. I'm gonna go get the oil cooler.
All right. What do you want me to explain?
What you're doing.
I'm kidding. So, what I am doing over here while James is pulling that oil cooler, putting the alternator on, which I kind of had to manufacture my own wiring harness, sort of. Had to cut and delete the 91 or 92 plug on this, and so took that plug off, put a new eyelet on the field wire, which is the wire that tells the alternator that it's needing a charge. And now let's see if I can adjust the pump here and put these belts on a little tighter, or put the bolts in and see if I can get these belts a little tighter. Then move on to the AC bracket, power steering bracket. Everything on that side of the motor's been loosened so that oil cooler can get changed out. Fuck, that was quick.
Well, when it's out of the truck, yes. One oil cooler, guys. Used oil cooler.
Yep.
Took me about 2 minutes to get.
Yeah, out of the truck.
Somebody replaced this. Look at this. Somebody's silicone.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. We just bought a new one.
I know.
It's like 12 bucks.
I know. But I'm just saying that's ridiculous. See, well, I'm guessing this is my. You've got what? 15 psi is coolant.
Yes.
20 psi.
Yeah, I think 15 to 18.
And then you've got 70. What's a diesel run for oil pressure?
What did yours run?
I don't know. I had a dummy gauge.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't know. My big block, dude, I'm running 60.
Okay, so we'll just say gasoline 60 over 20. If this gasket fails, it's going to pressurize into the coolant system. Or if there's a crack in here, which is good because if it was the other way around,
we got a spare.
Yeah. Spare what?
Well, it could have been just the gasket that failed on this.
On the cooler?
On this one.
Yeah.
So all we got to do is just loosen it up and plug a new gasket in there.
We don't know. We won't know anything.
But we don't know.
I think what I want to do is just put that one on. What's the odds of having 2 bad coolers?
Slim to none.
Right?
The coolers usually don't fail
It's
on
the
these.
gasket.
It's the gaskets that do. And I mean, unless you're really hard on them and they've sat for a long time and you got your fucking oil seals, your O-rings with dry rot and shit like that. But
It looks like he started to do the cooler and then gave the fuck up after tinkering with it for an hour.
yeah.
Ah. Oh man, too bad we don't have enough money to keep this as the channel truck. Alright. We moved on without you guys, sorry. We've been taking the oil cooler out, but nothing exciting has happened yet. I'm really thinking about retiring. This is not fun. Come on, get on there, you cocksucker.
Oh, that's good.
I've only got 2 of the bolts out of this side.
Oh.
So it is a gasket breach, but we're gonna go ahead and swap it.
Yep.
I can't see the other 2 bolts.
Think you can unthread that when we get that bottom one out?
No, I can't get my fingers in it.
Well, we'll put the extension back on it.
So if you guys think diesels are so cool, get a gasoline engine to deal with this fucking bullshit. Oh, we'll put this oil cooler with
Well, hey, now we had an oil cooler on that 460.
Yeah, but that was
What was
easy.
the external?
Not coolant. There wasn't it was an air to oil.
Yeah, I know.
This is a dumb setup. I'm not comfortable.
Thanks, Ford.
This isn't for international.
Well, yeah, that's very true.
Ford just bought the engine and stuck it in here.
Did you get that one?
I've got the top out, just sitting there.
Even if it falls, it's gonna fall in the bucket. Yep, in the bucket. So just the one on that backside?
You got the bottom one out, right?
Yeah.
And we got the oil cooler off, guys, and the fucking exhaust got to come out because it just has to, because I guess that guy knew something we didn't. Alright, so we're at a point where we got the oil cooler completely disconnected from the block. It didn't have a good seal, so we're thinking it was the seals right between the block and the cooler that breached. That exhaust manifold right there has got to come out, so we're gonna get that out, and I think the cooler's got to come up through the top, but we're not 100% sure. Is there uppers? I can go look at the block out back. Is there uppers and lowers?
No, they're all in a line.
Oh, okay.
So
I'd take you guys back to the back of the truck to Papa's Wave Runner project, but that didn't work out very well.
I think I've got one more.
Where'd all the rest of them go?
Well, I pulled this one out by hand. I just did these 2.
Should be 8 total.
You know, nothing we buy is ever easy.
Oh, this ain't bad. This ain't a tranny swap.
No. It's gonna fucking eat my asshole.
Technician A is gonna drink your beer is what's gonna happen, because I'm thirsty.
Get the other one back in there.
What? It's out?
Yeah.
Look at that, guys. Had to have been that one.
It was right there.
Little update. We're still in the process of scraping gaskets. Anyway, they didn't give you any room. I had to. Right there, you can see the middle of your screen. That plate right there is the front one that it's that one. Kyle's working on the back one or the oil filter. But anyway, he's down there scraping the back one up and out of our way. Can't get that back bolt out. We got all the rest of them. Can we get a tool on it to tighten it?
We will be able to from the top. We'll have to push part of the plastic shit out of the way. The sound detonation stuff.
Oh, the detonating stuff?
Yeah.
There's the one they call Papa. Are you having a better day?
Papa's having a hateful day.
Oh.
But he's smiling because he has his favorite beer.
I mean, for
I was going to say something mean and hateful,
an
but
85.
tubers, latest and greatest.
Yep.
IDI project.
Yep. Papa's got the old 97 looking pretty sharp. It was. Did you put
Clean,
the
gave her a springtime bath.
It's one wash it gets a year. I haven't even washed the new one. I've owned it for what, a month now? I haven't even washed that.
But you've owned it a shitty month.
Yeah. A little bit of rust there on the scratch.
Where it is. So, the sandpaper is either in the paint bucket or it's in the woodworking bucket.
You can't get this back on with the oil cooler on there. There's just no fucking way.
Jesus.
I mean, unless you can see it from below. That's fucking stupid.
Hey, where's my ears, prick?
No, you won't be able to see it through there. You have got to be fucking kidding me.
I could be. Donde? Okay.
This is just a stupid
What's the matter there,
fucking
Pablo?
design.
Well, at least they made them better throughout the years.
Yeah, that oil cooler's in the fucking way. There's just no... Well, Uncle Kyle's here. Good afternoon. This is day 2 of the oil cooler. Things didn't go our way yesterday at all. And, yeah, if you ever do an oil cooler on a 7.3 IDI or a 6.9 IDI, never take the elbow dump off the block for the coolant system. You can't get it back on in the truck. So we have to pull the oil cooler back off to put that back on. But we're going to try to unbolt the cooler, slide it back enough to do things. Alright, we're on air.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have used this stuff before, but quick stick. That stuff over there. Oh god, what are they jimmy rigging? Well, power steering pump has got a broken port on it. And instead of buying a $50 pump, I'm trying a 50-cent.
$2.50 fix.
Yeah, $2.50 fix. So y'all get off of me. Do you think the inside of that pump needs to be cleaned? Yes, it does. You want to squirt some curb cleaner? Some curb cleaner in there? As long as we don't plug the hole.
Can you quick, Nick?
There we go. Shove that fucker in there. Think there's enough around the top to make a seal? Go nice and clean?
Yep.
Oh yeah, just shove it in there.
Fucking beat your ass.
I was trying to get it on camera too, damn it.
I'll fucking beat your ass.
What?
Put that goddamn tube down.
I put the tube down. It's not. I just got beer in my hand. Basically, once we get that tight, we can we have a choice to put everything back together, but we have to let the pump and that silicone at least cure for an hour, right? What's the cure?
I'll put the manifold back on. I don't have a problem doing that.
I'll bolt the exhaust back up. Come on, baby. We're almost there. I can get you on the whole
We just can't run it for very long if it does run. That's probably good. That's good. Don't fucking break it.
Once we know that, once we can fill it up tomorrow with coolant and oil and make sure the two aren't mixing together anymore, which, by the way, the oil looks great. It's just the coolant. It just blew all the oil into the coolant system. Filled there's a coolant reserve box. Reservoir, whatever. But we got to pump that out. We got to flush the radiator. It's a mess. All right, so we got the oil cooler. It is bolted back in. Yay! We have a power steering leak. I'll be surprised. I think that worked pretty good.
It's pretty fucking...
It's hard already.
Yeah, that's what she said.
I don't understand. It was a perfect fit yesterday when I took it off, and now it won't even slide on the goddamn studs.
Well, exhaust is on, oil cooler's on, broke a fucking injector return line. Awesome.
Well, we're back from Napa. Motherfucking parts store. And we're gonna go ahead and just shorten this hose here. I don't know, man. I just work here. I showed up one day and y'all put me to work.
Yeah.
So.
We're not putting the power steering on, and
Yeah.
we're waiting to make sure that the fix we had to do cures in time, so we're not going to fill that up tonight. And we're not going to... The RVT has to cure for 24 hours on the coolant dump that we had to make a hose. Nobody had a gasket, and
Could have got one, but it would have been Wednesday.
we're just...
I didn't want to wait till Wednesday.
So,
Alright. Alright, full power.
you want to go full power?
Yeah, we're gonna go full power.
Engaging starting mode.
Full power. That'll help with your glow plug assist there. Glow plugs. Alright guys, let's see if it'll run. Oh! I'm getting a little bit of black smoke out the tailpipe. I'm smoking. We got... What?
That's good. At least,
We're gonna put a little starting fluid. Just now that we got the cylinders lubed, you hit it with just a little bit of starting fluid. Just a little bit. Sitting for 1 year. Just a little bit. As soon as Uncle Kyle can figure out where the diesel leak's coming from,
yeah, because this
so there's
when the injector goes into the block, it's got
Yeah.
an O-ring around where the threads are at.
So we need to go back to Napa?
Yes.
Okay, we're going back to Napa, guys. I'm going to get an O-ring. Back from Napa.
Back from Napa. Again. Pretty sad when you walk into a parts store and they're like, hey, and call you by your first name. In case you were wondering, the injectors take a 1 inch.
Snap.
And now we need a head.
Put the new spark plug in.
Oh yeah. Yeah, don't forget to gap your spark plugs, people. Or at least check the gap. The pre-gapped ones, they just They just don't do it for me.
A little light. Been sitting for over a year. Clears up real quick. I think that's gonna conclude today's normal broadcasting video. Pretty clean. It's dirty, but it's clean.
It's not horrible.
Toodles.